Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone's having a great morning. Hey, Melanie, Christina. You're always the first one in the chat, usually, every morning. How have you been doing? Oh, my goodness. I'm trying to get used to this new live streaming time, y'all. It's going to take some time. I'm trying to get all my emojis. Hey, it's a crying shame. You're on, really, today, CC. Yeah. This is our new time from now on. This morning, I told my hubby Mark, I was like, I changed my time to 10 a.m. after we talked. And he was like, you should have changed it to midday and done a series called Midday Murders. That's a good idea, but I've got things to do in the middle of the day. I got my dogs on a schedule, and I am always doing housework. Anyhow, channel members, tonight we're going to have a Google Meet. Y'all can come hang out with me, check out my new hair color. It's just a dark blonde. It turned out really good. And I'm going to finish up my diamond painting, my Starry Night painting. I'm almost done with it. I'll set the meeting up and share it in a community post for channel members. The meeting will probably be around 8 p.m. That'll give me plenty of time to get my farm animals put up and the dogs settled down before we have our meeting. My dogs are on a schedule, so I know they'll be laying down around 8. Dogs are like kids. They need a schedule. Anyways, when some people get in here, we will start with the true crime news. We're going to be talking about little James Hutchinson's case. Also, we're going to be talking about Suzanne Morphew's case. And also, we're going to talk about a weirdo down in Florida that was caught sexually assaulting stuffed animals in Target. And this is not the first time he has done it. And then, let's see, we'll just take a look and see what else is happening in the true crime news. So let me screen share. So yesterday, y'all remember when we were talking about James Hutchinson, I said, I wonder if CPS has ever been involved. Now, I missed the press conference that they did about this case, but at the press conference, I guess the police chief said that CPS had been involved with Brittany Gosney before, but the prosecutor said that is not true. So which is it? Now, I do know that she has a 4th child that she had when she herself was a minor, and that child was put up for adoption. So maybe that's what the chief of police was talking about at the press conference. Who knows? Hey, Charlene, Cement Shoes. Good morning. Let me give y'all some late slips. I don't think YouTube notified this morning. And plus, I'm early. It's going to take people some time to get used to the time change. Okay. So, prosecutor shuts down police claims that James Hutchinson's alleged killer mom had previous contact with child services. Well, they needed contact with her, that's for sure. She was dragging these kids around from motel room to motel room. They didn't really have a home until they moved in with weirdo James Hamilton. A relative confirmed that Brittany Gosney has a fourth child that was adopted. Okay. The lead prosecutor has responded to claims that Brittany Gosney's family had previous contact with Child Protective Services before the presumed murder of her 6-year-old son, James Hutchinson. During a press conference last week following Brittany Gosney's confession to killing her son, Middletown Police Chief David Burke said Children's Services had been in touch with the family in the past. They have bumped around from hotels in different areas. They were in and out of Middleton School District, so Children's Services had been in touch with them in the past. In a statement given to WHIO, the Butler County Prosecutor's Office responded to that claim, clarifying that Butler County Children's Services had not been in contact with Brittany Gosney or her children prior to James's death. Prosecutor Mike, let me see if I can say his name, Gamoser, additionally said that it was inappropriate for a law enforcement agency to comment on any previous contact a family had with Child Services during an active investigation. Well, I got news for him. They do it all the time. We have some fairly definite rules that apply to disclosure of Children's Services information, he told Crime Online in a phone interview. And for any agency to be putting that out publicly, it can cause us grievance harm when it comes to investigation and cooperation. There was not a prior history, the prosecutor continued. However, tragic and horrible as this case is factually, I don't want there to be misinformation about any issue in this case. In response to an inquiry about a Child Services claim, a Middleton police spokesperson shared the following statement. During the investigation, Ms. Gosney stated to detectives that she had previously contacted Child Services. Chief Burke did not name a specific agency in the press conference on March 1st. Last week, police indicated that Brittany Gosney had a fourth child who is not in her custody, thank God. Gosney's sister-in-law, who did not know Gosney at the time the child was born, said that Gosney does have a child who she gave birth to when Gosney was a minor, and that child was adopted out. So Brittany Gosney told police that she contacted Child Protective Services. We don't know what's what in this case yet. Middleton police noted that Brittany Gosney adjusted the timeline she provided to police after confessing to killing her son. Additionally, an incident report from the Preble County Sheriff's Office, which is the lead agency on the physical search for James's body, said that no viable evidence was found in the parking lot of a wildlife park where Brittany told police she had dragged or possibly run over her son while attempting to abandon James and his two half-siblings. James reportedly held on to the car door as she drove away. What an evil, evil piece of crap. Investigators have still not found James's body, which Gosney said she and her boyfriend James Hamilton tossed into the Ohio River. Last week, Chief Burke said he is confident the little boy's body is in the river, as the location of his body is one of few consistent pieces of information the co-defendants gave police. Investigators have had limited opportunity to extensively search the river due to dangerous water conditions, but searchers spent 6 hours by the riverbank on Sunday without finding little James's body. Brittany Gosney and James Hamilton have pleaded not guilty to all charges against them. A trial is expected to begin in May, though it is not clear if the defendants will be tried together or separately. At this time, only Brittany Gosney is charged with murder, and police documents indicate that James Hamilton was not at the scene with Brittany and the children at the time of James's death. Well, so they say. We don't know that. He probably was. Ask how the prosecution might proceed without a body and with possible misinformation provided by the defendants. The prosecutor said, I will overcome it with evidence. You don't know what I have. Now, allegedly, there's no cameras on that bridge. I don't guess there was any cameras at that wildlife park. I think it had been raining in the area. So if she really did drag him and run over him, it could have washed evidence away when it rained. Um, I don't think they are still able to search for him right now because the water is just too rough and too high. You know, it's rained a lot. There was a lot of snow up there. This is so sad. Bless his little heart. He is cute as a button. One of his teachers said he was just the sweetest little boy. You know, he'd hug you and things like that. And she said one thing that she remembered about him is how his face would light up when he would win the extra tray at school, lunch tray. I wonder if that is because, I wonder if it's because he didn't have what he wanted to eat at home. He does look like a little feller, skinny. This is such a sad case. And okay, and Brittany Gosney's excuse for wanting to abandon her children is because her ugly boyfriend didn't want her with kids. Another Susan Smith, almost like Susan Smith. Hey, Cindy Hill, I missed you. Hey, Mel Mel. Cece, remember the little girl that went missing from the kids' home, but they couldn't search for her because so much? Yes, I do remember that case. I saw something about that case a while back, Mel Mel, but I can't remember what it was. Hold on, guys. I got to open my door up and let Smokey out. Come on, baby. Smokey can't see. He just wanders back and forth through the house. I don't know if they ever found her. What was her name, Mel Mel? Remind me in a minute, and I will try to look that up. Guys, I hope and pray that they find little James's body, but it's not looking good. We don't even know for sure if she really did that. Now, police said that's the only thing that was consistent about their stories, is that they tossed him into the river. Imagine his siblings that witnessed this, if this really did happen. He's trying to hang on to the minivan door. She just pushes the pedal to the floor, drags him, possibly runs over him. You know they were scared to death. Hey, Vicky, good morning. No, ma'am, they never did find her. I don't think. They never found her body or her. There was something about it the other day, but I can't remember exactly what it was. Anyways, prayers for James's family. Now, she had tried to give James to her sister-in-law, Priscilla. I think her name is Farley. And then she would change her mind. I think at one point, I'm not for sure, but I'm pretty sure James's biological dad, Lewis Hutchinson, had custody of him or something. And then I believe like last year or something, the court gave her full custody of the kids. It was something like that. I can't remember exactly. She didn't want the kids, but she probably wanted all the benefits that she got from having kids. She probably got assistance with food and stuff, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that if you need help from the government. I've needed help before myself, but this woman, she didn't even take care of her kids correctly. So what she did allegedly after she drugged James with the car, she put the kids back in the minivan, put James's body back in there, drove them home, took James's little body upstairs in a bedroom, put it underneath the window. I think it was like an open window. And then when the other kids were asleep about 3 a.m. in the morning, her and her boyfriend drove James's body over to the Indiana side of the Ohio River, tossed his body out over the bridge. This gets me tore up, guys. I'm getting my words mixed up and backwards. It's just so sad thinking about her tossing him into that icy river, dragging him with that car. I can see him holding on to that minivan door, hollering for his mommy not to leave, and her just gassing it. I can see it clear as day in my head. Gives me anxiety. Okay, now let's talk about Suzanne Morphew. I meant to talk about this yesterday. I had a note to talk about it, and I forgot. I didn't look at my note. But Barry Morphew has sold their home in Colorado for $1.6 million. It was on the market for $1.7 million. And anyways, he must have settled for 1.6. But he had just sold another plot of land. I think it was like a vacant lot. I know police had previously searched that lot. Anyways, the money went into a joint account. It's got Barry and Suzanne's name on it. Let's take a look at this article. We're going to take a look at some pictures of inside of their home. I'm not sure how to pronounce. I think it's Salida, Colorado. That's where the home is at. Stinking ad is blocking everything. I hate that. Okay, I think I got it fixed. Nice home. I wonder how long it's going to be before Barry gets him another woman. Who knows? He doesn't have another woman. Okay, we don't want to see all these ads. Okay, the husband of missing Colorado mom Suzanne Morphew has sold the home they shared together for $1.6 million, 10 months after her mysterious disappearance. Barry Morphew finalized the sale of the 3-bedroom residence in rural Salida on Thursday, according to a copy of the sales deed. The buyer is listed as Mountain Renewal, a limited liability company from Nevada. Barry and Suzanne's names both appear as the sellers on the deed, meaning money from the sale is likely being transferred into a joint account. Barry raised eyebrows last October when he first put the home on the market for $1.7 million, just 5 months after Suzanne went missing. Suzanne reportedly set off from the home on a bike ride on Mother's Day, May 10th, 2020, and has not been seen since. The FBI searched the home twice in the weeks following her disappearance, seizing several items for forensic examination. The couple had lived at the home with their adult daughters, Mallory and Macy, since April 2018. They're originally from Indiana. Barry previously told CBS Sport that he decided to sell the home because Mallory and Macy are too scared to stay there because they believe it was the site of Suzanne's abduction. More like it's the site of her murder. But the home is not the only property Barry has offloaded in recent months. Back in February, he also sold a 2-acre plot of land for $150,000. Barry had only purchased that plot of land in June of last year, just weeks after Suzanne disappeared. Last September, DailyMail.com reported that cadaver dogs picked up the scent of human remains during a search of the estate, where the plot of land was located. This is a nice home. Let's look at some pictures. Gosh, I'd love to live there. Fancy. Wow, look at that living room, guys. Look at that fireplace, that rock fireplace. The flooring, the wood post and doors. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. I love it. Okay, so right here it's talking about the cadaver dogs picked up the scent of human remains during a search of the estate where Barry owned a plot of vacant land. He sold the land in February. It's a picture of the family. Suzanne's a beautiful, beautiful lady. I don't think she's alive, though, guys. I think she died that morning, Mother's Day. I think Barry knows what happened to her. Okay. Let's go on down. The search for Suzanne is still ongoing. Late last year, the sheriff's office said they were still working closely and tirelessly with the Colorado Bureau of Investigation, Federal Bureau of Investigation, and the 11th Judicial District to find the mom of two. However, her family appear to have given up hope that she will be found alive. She was listed as presumed dead in her father's obituary following his death back in November. Suzanne was last seen by Barry on the morning of Mother's Day, May 10th, before he left their home and traveled to Denver for a landscaping job. And this particular town that he went to do this landscaping job, you have to have a permit to do work like that on the weekends. And Barry didn't even have a permit, nor did he have anything to work with, no equipment and no materials. He was there to fix this rock wall, I believe, that they had built that looked like crap, that was kind of leaning, and it just needed to be redone. And you needed like a little piece of equipment there, to fix it. He didn't have anything. I believe Barry just went out of town and pretended like he had to work there to set up an alibi. It is theorized Suzanne set out on a bike ride sometime after Barry's departure, but no eyewitnesses saw her out. Her bike was later discovered abandoned on a rural track a short distance from her home. I don't think she went on a bike ride. I think that bike was planted there to make it look like she went on a bike ride and someone abducted her, or an animal got her. I heard that the brakes on her bike were locked up and she couldn't ride it. Now, she used to ride bikes a lot, so she could have fixed that herself. Myself, I couldn't fix brakes on a bike, but where she was an avid bike rider, maybe she could. Suzanne was reported missing by her daughters, Mallory and Macy, when they were unable to contact her when they returned from an out-of-state camping trip. Her bicycle was later discovered abandoned on a rural track a short distance from the home. Now, her helmet is missing. Now, I think, if I'm not mistaken, someone saw Barry in town looking through the dumpsters and stuff. And I believe he said he was looking, for maybe to see if someone had threw Suzanne's bike helmet away or her clothes that she had on. Isn't it strange that a husband like that, would go out of town early Mother's Day morning to go do this job? I mean, if he was going to have to work on the weekend on this job, why didn't he leave on Friday? Last September, DailyMail.com exclusively reported, did I read? That the scene of human remains was discovered. Okay, I already read that. Never mind. Do y'all remember the worker that Barry called in to replace him? When that guy got there and got to the hotel room, he said the hotel room reeked of chlorine and there were wet towels laying everywhere. She is so naturally beautiful. I know it. Suzanne is. I wish I was naturally beautiful like that. Hey, Will. Good morning. About missed you coming in. I didn't have my chat pulled up. Me handsome late slips out to y'all. Here's what I think happened. I tried to give Barry the benefit of a doubt for a long time, but he's made himself look really, really guilty. I think she may have been tired of his bullcrap, because family has come out and said that Barry was a control freak, basically. He wore the pants in the family and he zipped them too. Whatever he said went. He's the one that wanted to move to Colorado. Suzanne really didn't want to. She was fine in Indiana where everyone knew her. Hey, Natalie, good to see you. Anyways, I think she got tired of his crap that night. They argued. He snapped. He strangled her. He gets rid of her body. Then he comes up with this work alibi. That's what I think. Oh, Melanie, thank you. Thank you. I don't feel beautiful sometimes. I got these dark circles under my eye, girl. Under my eyes, both eyes. And I always got to wear foundation, concealer. I'm self-conscious about them. Anyways. Really? Should he be allowed to sell that house and get all the money? And Suzanne gone? Didn't he file like some kind of guardianship crap right after she disappeared because he was wanting to buy land, that plot of land that he just sold, like the 2 acres? He sold a few weeks ago. I believe so. He applied for something, some kind of guardianship, because he needed her signature. I heard he may be thinking of moving back to Indiana. I guarantee he's going to. Their excuse, people said they moved there because the girls going to college, they wanted to be closer to them. But I heard it was all Barry's idea. I'm sure she didn't mind moving and being closer to her girls, but she really didn't want to like just pull up roots and move away. It was very secluded. It seems like a small area. It's in the boondocks. She didn't really know anybody. Seems like he isolated her off. And here's something else. After she moved there, her brother said that, Suzanne's brother said that she stopped calling them and really contacting them a lot. Isn't that strange? And she used to call them all the time. He makes my blood boil. He really pissed me off when Andrew, Suzanne's brother, what's his name, Mormon, organized that search, and Barry wouldn't go search because he didn't get a special invite, and he said that area had done been searched. That run all over me. I didn't know you needed an invite to go search for the woman that you swore to love and protect, been married to for 20 some plus years. I didn't know you needed an invite for that. It really pissed me off when he said it had done been searched, because that don't matter. Sometimes areas are searched and people miss stuff. Sometimes police miss stuff. And then he's buying land right after her disappearance. Cece, did you see that Barry has a new girlfriend, and Barry, the new girlfriend, and the 2 daughters are going on vacation together? Oh my God, hell no, I didn't see that. Where did you see that at? Oh my goodness. I was saying at the beginning of my stream, I wonder how long it's going to be before he got a girlfriend. Then I said, well, maybe he doesn't have some. He does. That is, he don't even know if Suzanne's dead or alive, according to him, because he didn't have anything to do with their disappearance, according to him. And he's already moved on. Don't know where his wife's at. Something else that stuck out to me, he was pushing for a mountain lion to have took Suzanne. He was pushing that theory. You know, a mountain lion can kill a human, but you're going to find some evidence. They will drag their prey away, but they're not going to be able to drag it that far. I mean, they are strong animals. I guess you'd be surprised how far they could drag a human body, but still, you're going to find some shredded clothes. You're going to find a blood trail. You're going to find some evidence of it. And why all the erratic driving past everyone with that truck of his? I don't know. He's a weirdo. I read that people that worked for him before said he was a dick. Excuse my language. I can see it. I bet everything was his way or no way. Just like some of the family said. It was whatever he said. Now, I do know they had an old-fashioned relationship based on some of her Facebook posts that I came across. Someone shared with me and stuff. They had an old-fashioned relationship. She was into this, let him be a man, which I get that. I'm like that. Let them be men. Let them do their thing, right? But by her post, you could just tell he was the ruler of the roost. She must have a death wish. Oh, the new girlfriend? Yeah, I want to see some pictures. They are still in Mexico. Or are they back, Charlene? How do y'all know this? Oh my gosh, girls. Really? Let me see what else I can find. I looked up their names. Let me see if I can punch in Barry Morphew, girlfriend. A little birdie just told me that Barry Morphew has a girlfriend. Let's see what this says on Reddit. I just found something on Reddit. I don't got the Reddit app. I don't know her name, but I understand that she looks remarkably like Suzanne Morphew. She said Barry's a good Christian man and he didn't kill his wife. Raises the question, if he's such a good Christian man, why is he sleeping with you when he's still legally married? Amen to that, sister. I can say that her name starts with a B and her maiden name starts with a D. 129. Of course, if the media asks Barry about his girlfriend, there's only one possible answer. My girls deserve a mother. Alert. I know her full name, but I won't divulge it for fear she would be terrorized by YouTubers and Nancy Grace. She seems like a nice person. She isn't the issue here. This YouTuber don't harass people. Lauren, what's her name? Sharf, sort of spilled the beans in the interview with Mike. I hope she doesn't release her name for the reasons above. Somebody says, why the F would anyone date someone that is in his position? I mean, just out of caution for myself, I would never in a million years date someone whose wife went missing in suspicious circumstances. Yeah, I guess he's going to turn into another Drew Peterson. Okay, so someone else says, someone on the interview room live show said Barry moved out of the condo and is already shacked up with his girlfriend. Don't have confirmation that this is true, but he certainly didn't waste any time moving on without his wife, although she's not been declared dead and her body has not been found yet. Well, I mean, even if they don't find her body, it'd probably take 5 years for her to be declared legally dead. I don't know. You'd have to look up the laws in Colorado. I know it takes 5 in Florida. Barry looks just like my girlfriend's ex. I know cement shoes. I've seen you type that in the chat before. That is so creepy. I follow on many other channels, and a girlfriend of Suzanne's had said a bit. Really, Charlene, will you send me that channel link in the Discord? Speaking of Drew Peterson, I've been getting a lot of views on my old Drew Peterson video. Too bad the audio sucks. I was talking low. It was early that morning. He's a complete weirdo. Drew Peterson was such a despicable bastard. I'm happy he's caught. Boy, he was an arrogant, narcissist monster. That's for sure. That whole thing is why the girl's behavior has me rattled. Yeah, they have not. I find it strange they have not went and searched for their mom as I know of. I also find it strange that they wouldn't have anything to do with their mom's family. And I think that their dad probably told them not to. Maybe they were upset because Suzanne's brother thought Barry had something to do with Suzanne's disappearance or something. I don't know. I just know before Suzanne's dad passed away, he said he just wanted to talk with the girls. He didn't want to ask them anything about Suzanne's disappearance. He just wanted to speak to them before he passed away. And he wanted to know what happened to his daughter before he passed away. I don't know if they ever reached out to their grandfather or not. I hope and pray they did. It's weird. And the neighbor is the one. Okay, so the girls called the neighbor to ask if they had seen, hey, have you seen my mom? Neighbor goes over there, bicycle's gone, I guess. And I think they call and report Suzanne missing, right? Do I have that right, Cheryl? We had a case here, and the daughters of the murdered woman stuck with the father, even though he was a suspect. The dude was a lawyer and sued the police. Wow. Cement shoes, big, psychotic, muscle bound, pea brain. I'm shorter and heavy set, but I fight dirty. I'm short too, cement shoes. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive. Pick up something, knock their damn brains out. They're trying to attack you. um, anyways. Oh yeah, I was gonna tell y'all something. Give y'all a history lesson. Today, in 1876, Alexander Graham Bell made the first phone call ever to his assistant, Watson. I had that wrote down to share with y'all. It's the truth. March 10th, 1876, Alexander Graham Bell attempted his first phone call. Isn't that cool? Now just think what all we can do with our cell phones, and we can video chat and everything. He's an intelligent man. Well, they didn't get guilty when they went for the husband, so no. I believe Barry had it set up that way that a neighbor would call. You know who I was always suspicious of too? Barry's nephew. Barry's nephew that came out and spilled the tea to us about police finding Suzanne's bicycle. Police were not going to release that to the public, that information. And remember, they got upset with the nephew because he released that to a reporter. And they asked him not to talk to the public again. I was always suspicious of him, the nephew, and he set up that GoFundMe, remember? And then they changed the GoFundMe to Barry's mom's name for her to be the beneficiary, whatever. Right. I think he knows something too. I think Barry called him for help. I think they had a fight. He strangled her in the heat of the moment. He panicked. He called the nephew for a little help. I believe that. I was just looking at the mugshots of Derek Chauvin. He looks like a serial killer. I know they're doing jury selection. Because they're going to be starting his trial. I don't know if I'm going to cover that or not. It's so controversial. I know my opinion on it. I watched the video. He killed that man. He continued to leave his knee on the back of that man's neck just to piss off the bystanders that were sitting there filming it and stuff. He totally had him under control. There was no need for that type of behavior. And look, he killed that man. It's just my opinion on it. I've went back and watched that video many times. Hey, Sherry. How are you? Sherry Sander Kelly. Good morning. Sapphire was late. How are you doing, Sapphire? I had to change my Google profile name. Apparently, it's not professional. Oh, really? What was your YouTube name? Okay, guys, I got a real weirdo case I need to share with you. This guy's complete weirdo. Uh-oh, I see there's a search for a 12-year-old missing Maine girl. We may need to look at that. So a guy in St. Petersburg, Florida was caught on video. We're going to watch the video. Sexually assaulted Olaf from Frozen and a unicorn in a Target store in St. I kid you not. And here's the thing. This is not the first time that he has been caught in a store sexually assaulting a stuffed animal. No, Chauvin is trying to learn. Oh, I was just reading the chat. Okay, so the judge has ordered a psych evaluation of this guy. Warning, video may be disturbing to some viewers. We're going to take a look at the video and then we'll read the story. Watch closely. Sick weirdo. Watch him pull up his pants. What a freak. What a freak. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, hon, be careful. Look at him. He's going to get another one. He's going to get a unicorn or something. Oh, or what's he doing? Oh, he's trying to wipe it off. Skylar's going? Okay. Guys, if you're going to buy stuffed animals from the store, do not let your kids touch them. You Lysol them and stuff. Now, these stuffed animals, they were pulled from the shelf, of course, and they were destroyed. He is a weirdo. His dad said he's a sexual deviant. Oh, my God. He's over there rubbing it all over him. Freaking weirdo. Takes it, puts it back. Jesus mercy. I'm tell you what, there's some real freaks in the world. I mean, some real freaks. Hey, Bubba. So let's go back up and read this. So a Florida judge ordered Tuesday for a man accused of sexually assaulting stuffed dolls in a St. Petersburg Target to undergo a psychological evaluation. He needs to be cuffed and stuff for forever. And if he'll do this to a stuffed animal, he'll grab a child and do it to them too. 20-year-old Cody Meter is accused of dry humping an Olaf doll from the Disney movie Frozen while inside a St. Petersburg Target store off of 31st Street in October 2019. Witnesses who saw the alleged act contacted authorities, while Target employees detained the man until officers with the St. Petersburg Police Department arrived. According to responding officers, witnesses said Meter ejaculated onto Olaf, and when he was finished, he put the stuffed animal back on the shelf. He then allegedly grabbed a large unicorn stuffed animal and repeated the same act. Meter took the unicorn, placed it against his penis, and began a sexual motion like the subject was trying to have sex with the unicorn. An employee who witnessed the act told investigators. Lord, that would have scared me to death to see something like that. The subject finished having sex with the stuffed animal and ejaculated on it, then wiped it off, a police report read. Gosh, I hate even saying those words. Meter was taken into custody and charged with criminal mischief. The police report stated that Meter admitted that he nutted on Olaf. The report also indicated that the responding officer spoke to Meter's father, who said his son had a history of the same type of behavior. The smoking gun reports the property damage to the products amounted to $200 or less, according to the arrest report the outlet obtained. Both the tainted stuffed animals were cleared from the shelf and destroyed. Freaking freak. Meter appeared at a circuit court hearing Tuesday where Judge Kathy Ann McCartan ordered him to undergo a psychological evaluation to determine if he's competent to stand trial. There's something bad wrong with this guy. If the case goes to trial, prosecutors will likely introduce evidence that shows similar behavior by Meter in the past. According to the Clearwater Police Department, authorities were called to a Walmart store years earlier after Meter was allegedly caught performing sex acts with stuffed animals located in the store. Meter is scheduled for his next court date in April. If this weirdo likes stuffed animals, why don't he buy him a stuffed animal and do his weirdo stuff at home? You know why? Because he likes to do it out in public. That's why. Look at this weirdo. He's a sexual deviant. That's for sure. If he'll do that to a stuffed animal, he'd grab a child if he had the opportunity. That is my opinion. I'm not a professional, but that's my opinion. I've read about these weirdos enough to know a little bit about their behavior. Okay, what else is going on? Oh, I saw another video where some young girls spit in their Uber driver's face just because, or coughed and pepper sprayed. Excuse me, they didn't spit in his face just because he asked them to put a mask on. That's all he asked them to do. We'll take a look at that. I'm going to look at the chat just a second. See what they are saying. Oh, Sherry, welcome. Welcome to Southern Royalty, Sherry. Good to know. Ordering plushies from Amazon will never buy stuffed animals from in stores again. Yeah. And never let your kids try on face masks, Halloween mask at the store either. Weirdos try those on, get their germs and spit in them, saliva and skin cells. Never did let my, when we were little and you went into Walmart or something, they had all the Halloween stuff out. We'd try on masks and stuff. The major no-no, got germs. We didn't think about it back then in the 80s. I just got an Amber Alert in Ontario, 7-year-old girl from Bayfield, Ontario. Oh, really? See, Miss Shoes, look at the ears on him. He could fly away, couldn't he? See, Miss Shoes. Let's look at. Oh, are you Miss Jones? Okay, Sherry. Thank you for the super chat, sweetie. Hey, you just joined the membership. We're having a Google Meet tonight. All you gotta do is just click the link. You don't gotta be on camera or anything. I'm gonna be. I'm gonna post the link later. Let's look at these weirdos. I had to smack the dog crap out of her. She did it to me.
Now at 11 and streaming on CBSN Bay Area, a Bay Area Uber driver says he asked his passengers to wear a mask, and then things got ugly. KPIX5's Betty Hughes spoke with that driver this evening. Betty?
And Liz, this is just the latest attack against an Asian victim here in the Bay Area who feels like he was harassed and mocked because of his race. Tonight, San Francisco police say they're investigating this case. The video begins with the passenger taking off her mask and coughing. Another woman laughs and coughs. The woman steals the driver's phone and rips off his mask while they insult and threaten him.
I never said anything bad to them. I never curse. I was not raised that way. I don't hit people. I am not raised that way.
It's not
so they were not getting out of my car.
Driver Subhakar Kartka says his nightmare began Sunday afternoon. He picked up the 3 women in the Bayview on San Bruno Avenue. When he noticed one woman wasn't wearing a mask, he says he asked her to put one on. He says he drove to a nearby gas station so she could buy one. But by then, he says the racial slurs and taunting
She should
had
be
already
charged
begun.
with assault.
You guys are animals to treat other human being like this.
And that wasn't the worst of it. He says after they eventually got out of the car, the woman in red.
So she pepper sprayed inside my car from the passenger window that was open a little bit.
Kartka says he came to the U.S. 8 years ago and works hard to support his family in Nepal. He believes he was targeted because of his race.
If I was of another complexion, I would have not gotten that treatment from them. I am pretty sure. The moment I open my mouth to speak, they realize I'm not among one of them. It's easy for them to intimidate me.
And the driver says after repeated asks, Uber gave him $120 in cleaning funds to clean up his car, but still it is not sufficient. Tonight, in a statement to KPIX5, Uber said the behavior in the video is appalling. The rider no longer has.
Well, they should be charged with assault for pepper spraying him. That one girl reached up there and jerked his phone out of his damn hand. I'd have backhanded her little ass for that. That'd been me. But he's a man. He couldn't do that. Disgusting how people can't respect others doing their job in their car. All he asked in a polite manner was that they put a mask on. One of them didn't have a mask on. And he even was driving her to the store, convenience store, so she could purchase one. And but by the time he got there, they had went full blown crazy on him. Reached up there, jerked his phone from its stand, tried to cough on him. Hey, they act worse than pigs. Pigs has got better behavior than that, Miss Jones. Taking someone's phone can constitute kidnapping. Yeah, they should be charged. Let me see. Let me go see what happened with them. I think they're looking for them. Let me go real quick and see. One of the women, it says, took to Instagram and said things got out of control because the driver threatened to drop them off in the hood without waiting for a different driver to pick them up. Well, you girls need to learn how to be respectful and how to behave in public. You're definitely not ladies. You don't act like young, good ladies to me. You got some bad behavior going on. Let's see what else. It says San Francisco police are investigating the incident. Anyone with additional information should call the tip line 1415-575-4444. Anywho, I see that they're looking for a missing woman in Pennsylvania. I want to share this with y'all before I get off here. I've got chicken eggs to gather and a goat shed to clean out again. Things to do today. It's beautiful out. They got worked up before he even arrived to pick them up. You know what? Little brats like that, they're always bad when they got backup with them. I guarantee they wouldn't have acted like that if they'd been by themselves. You know what? They need their asses busted is exactly what they need. I don't know how old they are. They look pretty young to me. So this lady is missing. Desperate search for Pennsylvania woman after police find her abandoned car. Police say she vanished near a hiking trail and hasn't been heard from since. She's 29 years old. Nicole Elizabeth Abaugh was last seen near Glatfelters Station Road in North Codoror, something other township. I can't pronounce it right now. Officials say they found the area by using her cell phone GPS after her family reported her missing. Police located her vehicle, a yellow Volkswagen Beetle, in the trail parking area. Abaugh is described as a white female who stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, light brown shoulder-length hair. Her hair could be in a ponytail. She was last seen wearing dark pants with white stripes and a black and white checkered jacket. Authorities said they have no reason to believe at this time that foul play is involved. Now, I watched this video right here, and they are searching for her on horseback, foot, drones. They can't find any trace of her. Her disappearance does not appear to be suspicious or criminal in nature at this time, Trooper Kevin Kochka said Monday. Anyone with information about Abaugh's whereabouts should contact PSP York at 717-428-1011. I'm going to follow this and see what happened. They kind of make it look like she just walked off. Sometimes people decide they want a different life. And they don't want any more contact with the people that's in their life, and they'll just walk off. I suspect foul play's involved, though. Something's not right with it. Let's see if I can pronounce this. Codorus Township. That's how you say it. Codorus Township. And her car was found at Glatfelter's Station Road parking area on Saturday. We'll follow it. Hope they find her safe and sound. I mean, they've been looking for her on horseback, on foot. They've got dogs out there, drones. If she got lost or something, they should be able to track her down, especially using scent dogs and drones. Anyhow, guys, I guess that's all the true crime this morning. I really didn't see a whole lot of interesting things this morning. I guess that's a good thing. Oh, crap, I closed out my chat. Anyhow, what are y'all going to do today? I got to get back over to my live chat. I'm just going to get some housework done and then hang out with the channel members tonight and finish up my Starry Night painting. I just like a little bit on it. And then the next one I'm going to... oh, crap. Tonight. The next one I'm going to do is... we'll do another Van Gogh, the one that's got all the cherry blossoms on it. It's like a teal green with white cherry blossoms. It's really pretty. I'm proud of myself on my Starry Night painting because it looks really good. I got all my little diamond drills on there. Just about perfect. I really enjoy diamond painting. It's really helped me a lot. It gives me a positive attitude. It's relaxing. It calms me down. I suggest get into it if you're having anxiety or feeling stressed. Work, enjoy the weather, go for a nice long walk. Yeah, I'm going to take Ladybug on a walk here in just a minute because Skylar left with Mark to go out his mom's to play with her friend Ruby, the boxer, and Lady doesn't get to go because Lady doesn't get along with dogs outside of our pack. So she's over there feeling a little bummed, so I figured I'd take her on a walk. I'm looking forward to the Google Meet tonight also. Patreons are invited. I will post the link in Patreon for y'all. Probably be around 7:30, 8 p.m. I'm going to try to get my makeup and stuff done so I don't look bad. I want to show y'all my hair color. It turned out really good. Oh, I love the sugar skull too, Mike. Actually, it's hanging up behind me. She also sent me a sugar skull metal sign that lights up. And daggone it, I didn't have any batteries because I go through batteries like they're going out of style because of my goat's little lantern. She has a night light. It's like a little lantern. It takes batteries, so I go through them like crazy. But I'm going to get some batteries. And I'm going to rearrange my desk and everything so I can have my diamond paintings and the sugar skull sign and everything behind me when I'm on camera. I'm going to try to. Hopefully I get a new house and get my own office room. Don't have to share a room. But anyways, y'all have a great day. I will see some of y'all tonight. The rest of y'all, I will see you in the morning. Thank you for chatting with me. Thank you for your support. Have a great day. Be safe, be kind, and peace.